How you doing, guys? This is another video. This is more about building on your foundations of your EDC, what you can add to it, different options, things that I use. Hope it gives you some ideas. Coming right up. Okay, so this is in addition to the video about your foundations for your EDC. And we started out simply with your belt and your holster. And that's kind of where things start, in my opinion, or those two things right there. Second, I think in importance is how you're carrying an extra mag of some kind. It's not about having more ammunition, not that having more ammunition isn't a bad thing, but it's more about if you have some kind of a malfunction, your magazine is the weakest link of your gun. So it's about being able to switch things out if you get a malfunction of some kind. I choose to use an NSR double mag outside the waistband. It tucks pretty close. It really isn't hard at all to conceal. I'm kind of a Sasquatch. I'm a bigger guy, so it might be harder for some other people. They do have inside the waistband options, but for me this is really comfortable, and I've used one of these for probably about 2.5 years. I just recently got another one, which is this one here. Same thing. This one just happens to be, I think, multicam black or something. I don't know. I think the third piece of your EDC should be whatever medical you're carrying on your body. I've also covered this before, but just into a little greater detail. This is a Frog Pro SFD responder ankle rig. It's a good rig. I don't like the fact that over time these things will slide out. There are a couple other different brands, including the one that Tactical Medic sells. John Lovell from War Pro Society has one as well that has a retention strap, which at some point I'm going to have to do, because at this point, if it wasn't for the tape, this rubber band and this tape here, over time these things work themselves out. And especially the small items, you'll find them on the ground. And if you lose a $30 quick clot, that kind of sucks. So in here, I've got an Israeli bandage. I've got an emergency blanket. I've got H&H compressed gauze, quick clot. I've got an MPA. I've got a decompression needle, a tourniquet. I also have a small roll of duct tape. I used to have a set of shears tucked in here. Kind of got to be a little bit of a pain in the ass, and I'll show you something I've replaced the shears with for all my person. There's also a pair of gloves tucked in here, and as you can see, it's all rather dirty and rather linty. That happens when you carry it every day. This is, well, just for reasons, Kingdom Mafia for life. On top of this, what I generally carry is this. Now, this is something that was made by SOE. It's called their Rambo pouch. They're here and there, you can find them. And what this allows me to carry is a set of chest seals, a TK4, another thing of quick clot down packed in there. And that's just what I have in mind. You could definitely put other things in here, but this is kind of where I found holes in this. I plugged them with this. And I do think that the medical really is your third most important piece of your EDC. Next most important piece of your EDC, some kind of a light. I carry Tactician. I don't have a utility light on my person generally, something I really need to add on. This thing has been fantastic. It's been a great light. I've beat the living crap out of it. Also, on my keys, I have just a small light. I don't even know what brand this is. I think it's an O-light. But this is what I have on my keys for utility. The reason I stopped carrying shears was because of this. I have found that with this stupid little cheap tool, the Rescue Me, I could easily strip clothes off of a person. So this is why I've decided to carry instead of the shears. I do have shears and medical kits, but not on my person. Probably the next most important thing would be some kind of a knife. You can go from stupid, simple, cheap to fancy. Some kind of utility knife. This is what I usually wear at work. This or this. And when I'm not at work, I usually carry this. Also, on my belt, I carry this. Now, this is a fixed blade from Strider. Jason Burnett, who used to own B4 Gear, made the holster for me early on. And this is a fixed blade. This does not get pulled out for anything. This is for convincing someone to let me go, or convincing someone to stop trying to grab for my gun. That is what this is for. This is to create distance. That is the only purpose this blade has. It doesn't get used for anything else. Treating the edge as something that's expendable. Also, I carry a multi-tool of some kind. This is one I use for work. This is one I have on my person when I'm not at work. I can't begin to tell you how useful having a multi-tool. So this is important, I think, but it definitely is an add-on. Past that, it's just personal stuff. One thing I think is important is to have fire. Fire starters are great, but lighters are simple. And then personal stuff, stuff that you just choose to have with you because they're important to you. The other thing I carry is this. This just has work keys. It keeps them separate from my car keys. My car keys generally stay with my EDC bag. It's one of those things dangling off my waist. And finally, some kind of a wallet. I've been using this wallet for a really long time. It's got RFID blocking. It's just a good idea to have a wallet of some kind on your person, in my opinion. And that's really it, guys. Just a better in-depth look at what I think you should carry on your person and additions that you can make to your EDC. Everyone's different. Hope this helped out. If you like the videos, give them a like. If you think he deserves it, give me a subscribe. And I would love to hear any ideas you guys have, any comments, any ideas for videos you may or may not want to see. And have a good day, guys.